Victoria entering stage 4 lockdowns. Let's have a look. Good morning everyone, Florian.heise here and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your morning stein of coffee, I got an extra large one today because we're going to need it. And let's have a look at some information and an article about the stage 4 lockdowns that are apparently going to be announced in Victoria today. Now this was sent to me by a viewer. It is unverified, but apparently it's from a reliable source and seems to align with what is appearing in the news. So let's have a look at this. And thank you very much to the viewer who sent it to me. I appreciate it. I appreciate everyone who sends me information and pieces. And, you know, the reason why I don't mention names is because people always say, don't mention my name more often than not with regard to my channel. I don't know how I should take that. Maybe it's just the topics I'm discussing. Maybe it's the fact, you know, well, I share my videos on LinkedIn, so it'll affect people who want to do business with me. And there are other people who don't want people to know that they're supporting someone with views or opinions like mine. I think I'm pretty vanilla, to be quite honest, but maybe, you know, that just shows you how far the Overton window has shifted. So let's have a look at this. So my partner got this one. Sorry, but got this now, not confirmed, but from a very reliable source. Metropolitan Melbourne will move to stage 4 restrictions likely 12 AM Wednesday, although no confirmation yet. This will be a New Zealand-style lockdown that will last at least 6 weeks. 6 weeks. So let's all wait and prepare ourselves for the articles from the property spookers saying how this is going to be fantastic for property in Melbourne. Just wait. Regional Victoria, including Mitchell Shire, will move to stage 3 restrictions. Years 10 to 12 students in Melbourne and all students in regional Victoria will return to online learning, so there is no disadvantage for students from Melbourne. See, that's kind of unfair because there already is an advantage for students in the bigger city schools. Don't they have better resources? Anyway, it doesn't matter. I guess living in regional, you're going to have a better life most of the time. We will return to school on Monday, and this will likely be our last day. All shops, businesses will close except supermarkets, chemists, hospitals and petrol stations, and restaurants and cafes will remain open only for takeaway and delivery. Only one person from a family will be allowed out of the house. Only one person from a family will be allowed out of the house at any time to go to the supermarket. No one, and this is the real kicker, no one will be able to move more than 5 kilometers from their home, including bike riding. All public transport will likely be shut down. Exercise will still be permitted provided you wear a mask. Some abattoirs will close, so there may be a shortage of meat. All construction work will stop. Now this one here, this worries me, the shortage of meat. We're just ordering another beast, and we usually get them from Victoria because you can get the good grass-fed beef there, and you've got the abattoirs that are not halal certified. There you go. And here, all construction work will stop. I've had a viewer get in touch with me asking me he wants to get out of Melbourne and move to regional Victoria. And so I'm trying to find, he wants help with a project. I'm trying to find a contact I can put him in touch with. And I think I have one. I'll send you an email later today that we've worked with that could help them. And, I mean, if the construction industry stops, that's going to be a huge hit. So this is the full cabinet briefing. So, I mean, this is a copy from an email that he just stuck in Facebook chat to send me. What do you think, everyone? Do you think this is reliable? Do you think it sounds a little drastic? So let's jump over to now the news article, and while we do that, I'm going to have another sip of my morning stein. Because, you know, I record these early, guys. I get up at like 5:30 to get started on my YouTube recording, so I can do all my chores and weekend work. So I need the coffee. This is why you see me hoe into it. I haven't even had breakfast yet. So, stage 4 lockdowns in Victoria are imminent. And here's Dan, the judge. Victoria is set to move to stage 4 restrictions within days, with reports swirling that the stricter measures will come into force in the early hours of Wednesday morning. Premier Daniel Andrews, and that confirms with the message we just got. Premier Daniel Andrews is expected to announce the changes on Sunday. According to the Herald Sun, only supermarkets, pharmacies and service stations will be allowed to keep trading in Melbourne, with a possible exception carved out for hardware stores, which could stay open for tradies only. Cafes and restaurants will be able to provide takeaway services. Well, see, this is different to what we've just read, because apparently all construction work is going to stop. There will be a huge increase in police patrols, and cops are expected to use license plate recognition technology to crack down on non-essential travel. I mean, you've got to, as a copper, is that what you wanted to do? I mean, sure, you want to keep people safe, but do you want to be patrolling the street? The Age reports, I guess, yeah, you do want to be patrolling the street. The Age reports there will be a near total shutdown of Melbourne's public transport network. Some measures are apparently still up for debate. For example, there may end up being restrictions on how many people per household can visit a supermarket. I mean, that's going to be, for us, that would be quite tough. We've got a big family, so we do big shops. We do a shop once a month. We were hoarding before it was cool, guys, just because it's cheaper. You know, it's a great way to save money if you don't go all the time. Just the amount of money we save on chocolate from Rachel going there 4 times a month instead of 1 time a month. That's like $20-30 a month. Because I know she would be getting a chocolate bar. Oh, I need a chocolate bar while I go shopping. You know, guaranteed. Chocolate. Sugar's her Achilles heel. So all of these measures are expected to last 6 weeks. And here they've got their live coverage. PM's peace offer on borders. Morning crew, okay. They'd written a letter to Premier Mark McGowan trying to open up the borders. Clive Palmer is challenging it in High Court. Mr. Palmer claims the border closure contravenes Section 92 of the Constitution, which is about freedom of movement between the states. See, that's a good thing. That I encourage Palmer to challenge this, so it's tested in court. That's what's meant to happen. That's why we have a legal process. That's why we have a constitution. You're meant to be able to challenge these things in court. And there's some people reporting, oh, no one cares, everyone supports it. And that's the biggest takeaway from all of this, guys. From just the number of people that simply defer to the authority and the opinion of experts. Because, well, I mean, we're seeing the manifestation of this now. We're seeing drastic lockdowns, and it's going to affect our economy one way or another. If it's, I mean, another thing, I can see where the premiers are coming from. You're in a tough position. You don't want to be too soft, because what if it turns out that you cause a tremendous amount of loss of life, tremendous amount of deaths? What if that occurs? You know, that would be on your conscience forever. You'd rather just be too tough and lock it all down, just in case. Just in case. If you've got people going hysterical all around you, you've got people throwing these worst case scenarios around you that, based on some of the modeling, is probably completely ludicrous. How are you going to respond? Are you going to be known as the guy who was too soft and let everyone die? Would you take that risk? That's the question I put to you. You know, it's easy for us to be critical. It's easy to us to be critical. But I imagine that's what's going through his head. It has to be. It has to be. Or, you know, he's just doesn't care about the economy and the quality of people's lives, and the fact that this is going to have an impact, a huge impact. Stage 4 restrictions are going to have a huge impact on the day-to-day, and, well, there's going to be a toll for that as well. So we'll go down here, more details on increased restrictions. So, reports from the Australian suggest Victoria will move to Stage 4 are now being backed up by the Melbourne newspapers. See, I mean, that's the thing. Is that really additional evidence, or are they just reporting each other? That's the problem. One news article will report another news article, will report another news article. So now you've got 4 sources, but no, they're not 4 sources, it's only one. So what do you trust? What do you trust? And is my information here that I've received, is this just taken from a news article? It doesn't look like it. It looks like someone in the education department. You know, we will return to school. Perhaps I'd put money on that. I don't know. I'm assuming. Anyway, that's just another thing to keep in mind, to kind of track the path of this information. The Herald Sun says key state government ministers have spent this evening fine-tuning extreme measures that will bring large parts of the state to a halt. And in some ways, this is a wake-up call for a lot of people to realize how much control the government has over you. if they've declared an pandemic. And think about it, this is costing us billions of dollars. Billions of dollars of government debt that we will be, forced to pay. And I know everyone thinks Australia, well, not everyone. There's a group of people that think Australia is a company registered in America. No, we're not. There is a company registered in America that Australia owns and controls that we can use to access the financial markets over there. And, if, say, companies want to invest, want to, lend money to Australia, that's a mechanism we can do it right through that. It's never been used. It's never been used. But you know what the valuable thing Australia has? It's all us taxpayers. That's it. We're the valuable thing. That shows you exactly what happens when the government borrows money. One way or another, we're stuck with it. We're the asset. We're the economic units of the nation, everyone. So it looks like we've got stage 4 restrictions, 6 weeks. Like New Zealand, will it make an impact on the spread of this virus? We'll have to wait and see. The economic impact, I think we can argue, is going to be a certainty. What will it do to Melbourne property prices? Will they shoot up even higher? Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Thank you all for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you're a fan and want to support the content I create, there are a few ways you can. You can join the channel on YouTube or Patreon. You can support us using our affiliate links at Amazon, eBay, Independent Reserve, or Kucoin. You can buy a merch from HeiseSays, use Gold Pass from the Perth Mint, or support us via PayPal. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you next time.